Hello and welcome to Solve Papers channel. My name is Godfrey. In this video, I'm solving questions on Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry. Our topic is atoms, elements, and compounds. These are questions that have been set on October-November exam series of 2019. When you're preparing for your exam, best way is to tackle every topic at a time. Read your notes and the textbooks on a given topic, and come under the examination question that has been set for that particular topic under several years, 2019, November, June, 2018, going backwards. This way you'll be adequately prepared for your coming examination. Before we start with number one, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the icon bell below. This way you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Let's get started. Every question is indicated which paper and what number it is been set on this October-November exam series of 2019. For example, in this question number one, is set on variant 1.1, and it is question number 5. Of course, 0620, this is the exam code for chemistry. So 0 on N, basically this means October-November, and 19 is 2019. So this will be able to help you know where the question has been set from, and help you to be able to refer if you so wish, and also check on your marking scheme if you want to cross-check. Let's get started. Number one, a covalent molecule M contains 4 pairs of electrons. What is M? Contains 4 pairs of electrons, 4 shared pairs of electrons. So what is M? Now, to know what is M, choice A, you're told ammonia. Let's see the structure of ammonia. Ammonia is N with 3 hydrogen atoms right there. And these 3 hydrogen atoms, they are sharing a pair of electrons with nitrogen each. And therefore, this nitrogen atom here has got an shared pair of electrons. So we are told M has got 4 shared pairs. Ammonia has got 6 shared electrons, and therefore it is not ammonia. What about hydrogen chloride? Hydrogen chloride is HCl with 2 pairs of electrons shared between hydrogen and chlorine. So this has got only 2 shared for hydrogen chloride. What about methane? Methane is CH4, as indicated right there. So you can see methane has got 4 shared pair, okay, but it has got 8 shared electrons. These 8 shared electrons forms, this is 8 shared, but of course these are 4 pairs, right? These are 3 pairs, as you can see there, and this is only 1 pair. Okay, so here we are told 4 shared pairs, so then that makes our answer to be methane. Of course, water is basically got 2 pairs shared, a total of 4 electrons. So the answer there is C. Number two is a question that was set on both variant 1.1 and 2.1. number 6 and 5 for each one of the variant. An isotope of chromium is represented by this. So what is an isotope? An isotope is atoms of the same element with the same number of protons but different electron number. So you're told isotope of chromium is this one here. Which statement about an atom of this isotope of chromium is correct? An atom of this isotope. So you can see A, it contains 24 electrons. Of course, you can see the atomic number here of chromium is 24, so it has got 24 protons. Since it is an atom, it also have got 24 electrons. 24 protons and 24 electrons. It has got 24 protons. And you know that the number of protons in an atom is equal to the number of electrons. So likewise, it has got 24 electrons. And of course, 52 minus 24 will give us 8 for 28 neutrons. Right. So then, of course, it contains 24 electrons. That is correct. It contains 24 neutrons. You can see it has got 28. So that is not right. It contains 28 protons. You can see it has got 24. That is not right. It contains 52 neutrons. Neutrons are 28, and therefore that's not correct. Correct answer, A. Number 3. Number 3 was set from variant 1. Number 7. Substances P and Q both conduct electricity. They both conduct electricity. P is a mixture of two different types of atoms. Mixture, not a compound. P is a mixture of two different types of atoms. Q is made of one type of atom. Which row describes P and Q? Which row describes P and Q? So if P is a mixture, then it cannot be a compound. So compound, not right. So it can be an alloy. An alloy is a mixture of two metals, of course. And then, of course, P is made of one type of atom. So if it's one type of atom, then it is usually referred as an element. So the right answer here is A. Number 4. And before we continue with number 4, it's great that you're watching these atoms, elements and compound video. But remember, I encourage you to practice working out the questions yourself. This is the only way you will get this knowledge internalized in you. And therefore, you may get this same paper I am solving right now from this site here, solvepapers.co.uk. And we flow through together, and as I guide you through solving these questions. Of course, the site I'm referring to is this one here, this Solve Papers. Of course, this is the site I'm talking about. I need you to come to IGCSE Chemistry 2019. Of course, you could Chemistry all the way, all these years the papers are available, but the one we are solving is Chemistry 2019 Topicals. Click there and you'll get to this page here. So you'll find that topicals for November. The one that you're dealing with right now is this one here. So you can click this paper and download. If you need more, or you need all these other topical questions for November, you can also get the same for June. Then I need you to click here. Click here, get all solved topicals in zip folder. You'll get both solved and unsolved in these folders here. Of course, for all the years that are available is 2019, 2018, 2017, and 2016, both November and June. And the papers are both multiple and structured. Okay. Of course, at a reasonable fee of £9, you could ask your parents to assist you with getting these papers. You click there, then you add to the cart, and then you proceed to acquire the papers. So I hope you'll get those papers, then come here and I'll continue with you in the video. So question number 4 is from this question appeared in variant 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. There was question number 8. Graphite is a form of carbon. Why can graphite be used as a lubricant? Why do we use graphite as a lubricant? Of course, graphite is used as a lubricant in several places, right? And it's also used as a conductor of electricity, as an electrode. So the choices are: graphite contains unbonded electrons which move through the structure. That is not why it is used as a lubricant. That is why it is used as a conductor. Okay, because it has got a free electron which can help in conduct electricity through the structure. That's why it's used as a conductor, but not a lubricant. Graphite contains weak covalent bonds, so the atoms move easily. The covalent bonds between the carbon atoms in graphite are not weak. They are the same strength as the carbon bonds between carbon in diamond, and therefore they are not weak. So this is not correct. Graphite has a low melting point, so it easily turns into a liquid. Even though that is true, but that is not what it makes it to be a lubricant, right? So graphite has got weak attraction force between layers, so they can move. That is correct. Weak attractive forces between layers, so the layers can slide over each other, and that is what is the property of lubrication that is found in graphite. So the right answer here is D. Question number 5. This question also appeared in 2 papers, 1.2 and 2.2, and it was number 5. The question here is: what is the total number of electrons in one molecule of ammonia? Total number of electrons in one molecule of ammonia. Of course, ammonia is nitrogen bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, and we know that they've got shared electrons between each bond between atom ammonia and nitrogen and each hydrogen atom, and a shared pair of electron right there. So you can see ammonia has got 5 electrons in the outermost energy level, 1 which is sharing with hydrogen, and hydrogen is also bringing its 1 electron. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 makes 5. But then, of course, ammonia has got nitrogen has got atomic number of 7, or has got 7 electrons, right? If you look at the structure of ammonia, nitrogen, the nitrogen atom looks like this: 1 electron there, another there, and then 5 electrons in the outermost energy level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in total, nitrogen has got 7 electrons, and then each one of hydrogen here brings 1 electron. Therefore, the total number of electrons in one molecule of ammonia is 7 plus 3, which gives us 10. So 10 is the right answer there. Question number 6. Question number 6. Question number 6 is from variant 1.2. It was number 6. An isotope of lithium has the symbol this. What is the arrangement of electrons in one atom of this isotope of lithium? Of course, lithium has got 3 electrons. Therefore, its electronic configuration is 2, 1. So 2 electrons in the innermost energy level and 1 electron in the outermost energy level. when you look at A has got 2 electrons in the innermost energy level and 1 electron, and I'll straight away circle A. B has got 1 electron in the innermost energy level. Innermost energy level is supposed to be occupied by 2 electrons, so this is not right. This is indicating lithium has got 7 electrons, which is not correct. 7 here, this 7 here is protons plus neutrons. This one is protons, and protons are usually equal to electrons in a neutral atom. Likewise, D is not correct, so the right answer there is A. Number 7, which statement about alloy is correct? What is an alloy? An alloy is when you melt 2 metals like zinc and copper, and then you mix them in molten form and allow them to solidify. Then that makes an alloy. So you can consider an alloy as a mixture of 2 metals. A mixture of 2 metals. So what is an alloy? Of course, we have said that an alloy is a mixture, so it cannot be a compound. So A is out. It is a compound made of 2 or more elements, one of which is a metal. So that is not true. And of course, you can also have a mixture of 2 or more metals and non-metals. Still, that will be an alloy. Okay. Then it is a layer of metal painted on another metal. That is not correct. An alloy is a mixture, remember. So it is a mixture of a metal with other elements, and that is correct. An alloy is a mixture. It is a single element, no. So an alloy is a mixture, not a compound. Numbers 8. Let's go to number 8. And as we continue to number 8, I'll let you know I also do online tuitions. So I welcome you to my online classes. My online classes are at SP Academy, spacademy.co.uk. SP Academy stands for Soft Papers Academy. I will show you the site that I use. This is the site that I use, Soft Paper Academy. Need you to come here. Of course, you can have a look at the site. Take time to go through the site. We offer these kind of subjects: ICT, mathematics, physics, and biology and chemistry. I need you to create an account. You can look at this step-by-step guide before you create an account. It will help you understand the functionalities of the dashboard that you will be granted. And then, of course, take time and look at this video to get familiar with the online live classes. I need you to come to the login and register. Right here, you'll be able to register. If you have already registered, then you can go ahead and sign in right away. When you are registering, of course, you'll choose your group, whether you're a student or a tutor, and give us the correct email. You will need to activate. We'll send you an email, an activation email, which you need to activate your account, which you have created with us, and then, of course, you will be able to log into your dashboard. After that, you can book a lesson. You can find a tutor and book a lesson, and we will be able to help you with, of course, revision as you prepare for your examination. Very well. Hope to see you in my class. Be sure you're welcome. So, number 8. Which molecule in which molecule are all the outer shell electrons involved in covalent bonding? Of course, ammonia is out. That one you know, because ammonia at least has got an unbonded pair. Ammonia is bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms, but it has got an unbonded pair. So the outer electrons are not involved in covalent bonding nitrogen, so that is not correct. What about in hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride bonds with chlorine. There is a bonded pair of electrons between hydrogen and chlorine, but chlorine has got three pair of outer electrons which are not participating in bonding, so that makes chlorine not correct. What about methane? Methane is bonded to 4 hydrogen atoms. 4 hydrogen atoms. Carbon has got 4 hydrogen atoms in the outer shell. Therefore, it will be sharing a pair of electrons with each hydrogen atom, as you can see here. And therefore, all the outer shell of hydrogen are participating in bonding to form this, carbon are participating in bonding to form this molecule. So the right answer here is B. Of course, you can clarify chlorine. Chlorine is bonded to another chlorine atom. So it has got 2 pairs of shared pair there, but it has got, each chlorine atom here has got a pair of electrons, which 3 pairs of electrons which are not participating in bonding. So that makes it not the correct answer. So the correct answer there is methane. Number 9 was from variant 1, 3 and 2, 3. Question 6 for variant 1, 3, and question 5 for variant 2, 3. The numbers of protons, neutrons, and electrons present in atoms P, Q, R, and S are shown. We are shown the number of protons, atoms, and protons, neutrons, and electrons. Which atoms are isotopes? Of course, to know which atoms are isotopes, you should know what is an isotope. An isotope or isotopes are atoms of the same element, and therefore they have equal protons with equal protons and different number of neutrons. Or you can say isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same atomic number but different mass number. Therefore here you're looking for atoms that have got the same number of protons, and you can see in that case R and S have got the same number of protons, which is 6 here. Therefore they have different electrons, they have different number of neutrons, but they have the same number of electrons. You know that protons in an atom, the number of protons in an atom is equal to the number of electrons. Therefore you can see they're the same. So basically the right answer here is R and S. You can see P and Q have got different number of protons. Therefore the right answer is C. Let's go to number 10. Number 10, what is an alloy? We have answered that the previous question. So an alloy is a mixture of a metal and at least one other element. So a mixture. An alloy is a mixture. Number 21, which statement about an ionic compound is not correct? An ionic compound is not correct. A, it conducts electricity when dissolved in water. That is correct. An ionic compound is like sodium chloride. When you dissolve sodium chloride in water, of course you'll get sodium chloride aqueous. And of course, if you put some electrode in the aqueous solution of sodium, which is dissolved, then this solution will conduct electricity. B, we are looking for one which is not correct. It has a high melting point due to the strong attractive forces between ions. That is correct. Ionic compounds are made of ionic bonds. Ionic bonds are strong bonds. Ionic bonds are bonds between a positive ion and a positive metal ion and a negative metal ion. Like for example here, you'll have a bond between sodium ion, which is positively charged, and chloride ion, which is negatively charged. We know that opposite charges attract. Therefore, the attraction between sodium and chloride ion is what we call an ionic bond, and is usually strong. It's a strong attractive force. So that is correct. C, it has a regular lattice of opposite charged ions in a sea of electrons. Sea of electrons is only found in metal lattice, and therefore this is not correct. All right. The ionic bonds, D, the ionic bonds are formed between metallic and unmetallic element. That is correct. So the only answer that is not correct is C. Number 12. Element X has two isotopes. Element X has two isotopes. Both of them are X. They've got same number of protons, which is 6 atomic number, but different atomic mass. This is due to different number of neutrons. Which statement about these isotopes is correct? Of course, we have mentioned that isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. That one you know. So they have the same. If they are atoms, then they have the same number of protons to the number of electrons. Remember that. So in this case, you can say proton is 6 and electrons for both of them is 6. But the neutrons are different. For the first X, the number of neutrons here is 12 minus 6, which is 6. And for the second X isotope, the number of neutrons is 14 minus 6, which is 8. So they have the different number of neutrons. So which statement about these isotopes is correct? They have different chemical properties. Now, chemical properties is due to the number of electrons. And since they have got the same number of electrons, they should have the same chemical properties. So A is not correct. They have the same chemical properties because they have the same number of outer shell electrons. This is very correct. So without even a station, B is correct. Let's look at C and see why it is not correct. They have the same nucleon. Nucleon is protons plus neutrons, and as you can see, they are not the same. One has got 12 nucleons and the other one has got 14 nucleons, and therefore that is not correct. This is not correct. Say they have got the same nucleon number. That is not correct. Nuclear number is also basically the same as atomic number, atomic mass. D, they have different positions in the periodic table. They are the same element, element X. So this is not correct. Different position. The position of element X is the same because it has got the same number. The protons number for both isotopes is the same. So that makes D not to be correct. Let's go to number 13. Here are some. Sorry. What am I reading? How are the structures of diamond and silicon 4 oxide similar? How are these structures similar? Of course, we know that carbon has got an electronic configuration of 2, 4. Silicon, the electron configuration of silicon is 2, 8, 4. So both have got 4 electrons in the outer shell, as you can see right there. So how are the structures of these similar? So let's look at molecules of both diamond and silicon oxide are held together by weak attractive force, and that is not correct. We actually even don't have molecules of diamond. It is a giant molecular structure, and it is held by strong not weak, said by strong covalent bonds. Covalent bonds are not weak, they are strong, so A is not correct. B, they both contain atoms arranged in planes held together by weak bonds. That is not correct. Of course, in diamond, we have each carbon atom bonded to 4 other carbon atoms, and it is an extensive network of bonding, right? So there is no layers, there's no arrangement in planes, right? So that is not correct. They both contain ions that are free to move. No ion in an ion is an atom that has lost an electron. Like for example, if sodium atom loses an electron, it will become an ion, right? This is an ion, and in the structure of diamond, there is no ion. All are atoms. They are not losing electrons. They are sharing electrons with the other atoms of carbon, right? So that is not correct. The carbon in diamond and the silicon in silicon 4 oxide each have 4 covalent bonds, and as you can see, each has got 4 outer electrons, and that is going to form a bond, and that is correct. They will have 4 bonds. That is right. Number 14. Which statement describes the structure of copper? Okay, copper is a metal. Okay, and we know that metals are formed when each atom releases an electron, and the electrons form a sea of electrons which have got a net negative charge. So the net negative charge attracts the positive metal ion to form a metallic bond. And therefore, which statement describes the structure of copper? It has a lattice of negative ions in a sea of electrons. The copper, it will release 2 electrons to have a positive charge and 2 electrons. So this is a positive charge, is not a negative ion. So this is a positive ion. So both B and A are not correct because they are talking of ion, negative ion. C, it has a lattice of positive ions in a sea of electrons. Positive ions in a sea of electrons. So if each copper atom releases 2 electrons, for example, if you have 100,000 copper ions, then you'll have 200,000 electrons, and that is what we call the sea of electrons. And electrons, the sea of electrons, have got a negative charge. So the negative charge will attract the positive charge of the ions and form a metallic bond. So this is correct. So it has a lattice of positive ion in a sea of protons. Not protons, it's electrons. So that is not correct. Number 15. Rubidium has 2 isotopes, Rb85 and Rb82. Which statement explains why both isotopes have the same chemical properties? Of course, the number of protons in both of them is 37. Number of electrons, 37. Number of electrons is always equal to the number of protons. The number of neutrons is, for 1 is 85 minus 37, which will be, which will be 8, 4, and the other one will be 7 minus 37, it will be 50. So the chemical properties are due to the number of electrons. Electrons are the ones which take place in chemical reactions. So both of these isotopes have got the same number of electrons, which is that 7. So that's why they have the same the same chemical properties. So chemical properties are due to chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are due to the number of the outer electrons, or due to the outer shell electrons, and they have the same outer shell electrons, so they will have the same chemical properties, electrons. So let's look at the multiple choice. They have the same number of protons, and that is correct, but protons do not attribute to the chemical reactions, so that is not right. So they have the same number of electrons, that's 7, but protons are in the nucleus and they do not participate in a chemical reaction. They have the same number of outer shell electrons. This is correct. Let's see why C is not correct. They have different number of neutrons. That is correct. One has got 48, the other one has got 50, but neutrons do not play any role in chemical properties. So that is now not correct. They have different mass numbers. Yes, one has got 85 and the other one has got 87, but that has got nothing to do with the chemical reactions. So the correct answer is B. Number 16. Which statement about the structure and properties of silicon dioxide is not correct? Silicon dioxide is basically what we refer to as sand. Sand which is found in the beaches and in the rivers, and we know that it has got a very high melting point because it is made up of extensive covalent bonding, which you need to break all of them for you to melt silicon dioxide. So it has got high melting point due to those extensive strong covalent bonds. It doesn't have layers, so there is no attractive force between anything, because silicon dioxide is what we call giant molecular structure. So let's see why A is not whether A is correct. It has a giant structure similar to that of diamond. That is correct. We are looking for the one which is not correct. It has high melting points due to the strong attractive force between the molecules. This is not right, because it says strong attractive forces between molecules. As I say that silicon dioxide is a giant structure, is one giant molecule. So there are no many molecules which you could have attractive forces, and that makes this one not to be correct, and therefore it is the right answer, because we are looking for the one which is not correct. Let's see why C is correct. There are strong covalent bonds between silicon and oxygen. That is correct. There are no free electrons, so this silicon does not conduct electricity. That is also correct. So the wrong answer is B, and that happens to be our correct answer because we are looking for the one which is not correct. Number 17. Number 17. Number 17. Carbon has got 3 isotopes: carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14. Why do all 3 isotopes have the same chemical properties? Chemical properties are due to valence electrons, and carbon has got 4 electrons. Remember, the electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. Carbon has got 6 electrons. So each one of these isotope has got 4 electrons in the outer shell, and therefore those electrons are responsible for chemical reaction and therefore chemical properties. So they all have the same atomic mass. No, one is 12, 13, and 14. So that is not correct. Part B, they have the same number of electrons in their outer shell. yeah, which is 4, and therefore that is what is going to be responsible for the chemical properties. Therefore, that is correct. Let's see why C is not correct. They all have the same number of electron shells. Electron shells, that is correct. They have got 2 electron shells, the inner one and the outer one, which is the second energy level. But that is not what is responsible for chemical properties. So this is as well not correct. They all have the same number of nucleons, and nucleons is protons plus neutrons, and therefore this is the same as nucleons is the same as atomic mass. And as you can see, they have got different atomic mass, 12, 13, 14, and so they don't have the same atomic mass or number of nucleons. And for that matter, also even if they had the same number of nucleons, nucleons are not responsible for chemical properties. Therefore, this is not correct. So the correct answer there is B, which is the outer shell of electrons, in which one of the isotope is the same, which is 4. Number 8, lastly, silicon 4 oxide is a covalent bonded compound. Which statement are correct? Let's see. Silicon atoms form 4 single covalent bonds in silicon dioxide. That is correct, right? Remember the electronic configuration of silicon is 2, 8, 4. So it will form 4 bonds because it has got 4 outer electrons. Oxygen atom forms 2 double bonds with silicon dioxide. That is not right, because we have already said it forms 4 single bonds with oxygen, right? Silicon 4 oxide has a high melting point. Very good. That's true because of the extensive bonding, which is covalent. Silicon 4 oxide contains 1 silicon atom and 4 oxygen atoms. That is not correct, because silicon dioxide is a giant molecular structure, meaning it has got countless number of silicon atoms and oxygen atoms, not just 1 and 4, right? So silicon 4 oxide is the same as also silicon dioxide, and of course you can see it has got 2 electrons, 2 oxygen atoms compared to 1 silicon atom. Therefore, that is the simplest structure of silicon dioxide, but of course remember it's a giant molecular structure similar to a diamond. Therefore, the correct answer is 1 and 3. So that answer there is B. All right. So this is the end of this topical questions on atoms, elements, and compounds. Look out for more videos on topical questions on chemistry. Great to have had you watch this video. Bye.